Hi guys, just a quick thing here. So I've recorded this video, so kind of a little intro. I've done a little flex video where I've put in a trade. I talked about a whole bunch of different little nuances and things that maybe you want to be aware of when you're trading. So hopefully you enjoy that. So I'll get into the video in just a second. The one thing I did forget to talk about in the video, which I think is good, is there is some contest going on right now where you can earn some money, some USDC prizes and some ES FDX prizes. So basically based on volume leaders or best P&L leaders. So basically come in and read this. It's really easy. You can literally just click on it on the details here. And if you want to play around, this can be for anybody. Like even if you do what I talked about in this video, you can compete for this prize because it's not necessarily just based on how much you earn. It also can be volume, which you can increase your volume quite rapidly just by putting in trades and taking some small take profits. So you can play this whatever way you want, but if you want your chance on a little bit of funds, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we will get right into the video. Thanks so much, guys. Welcome, everybody. Looking to come to you with a video on Flex Dex, or the Flex trading platform. This has been battle-tested code from HMX, and they've done a really great job of bringing everything together. And I think there's a lot of opportunity here in the sense that if you are a trader, or even if you're not, I'm going to have some fun with this. I'm going to show you transparently what I'm doing. It's not going to be anything fancy, and I'm going to try and pull some money from the market over time, and I want to take you guys along for the journey. So we're going to put $300 in here. I have some money left over from when I think my account got liquidated on me, but anyways, I made some undisciplined moves. So I'm going to keep this pretty simple, something that almost anybody can do to try and keep yourself and kind of create your own quote-unquote Ponzi of creating maybe 0.5%, 1% a day rewards for yourself potentially. This could not go well. Although I am learning trading, I'm doing a lot of trading. Most of it's on the future side. There are some parallels I can bring in to using Bitcoin and stuff like that. But I want to try and create something pretty darn simple, and that hopefully using leverage can create some positive opportunities for you without kind of getting anything too crazy. So for now, we're gonna go through a couple of things on here, walk you through some stuff. I've already earned. I have been doing some trading. So if you head over to the platform rewards, as you can see, I've got a total of $27 here that I earned from my other trading that I did. So although I lost $300, I think it was that I got liquidated for, or almost $300, I actually technically didn't lose at all because of this kind of thing, which is pretty crazy. So there's some great opportunities there. If you stake some things, there's some great opportunities there. I showed you guys that already in the past, so you can even just doing this guy here has still got some pretty high ROIs on it, and then any of this stuff here. And as you can see, I earned these rewards, the 611 units of ESFDX from there. So a really easy thing here is you can just claim and compound. So certain rewards that are on here are stuff you can actually take out, which is obviously USDC. The ESFDX and the flex points are stuff you cannot keep, but you can roll them over into things and create some opportunities for yourself. So we're going to sign this guy and do this first. So this I'll be doing weekly. From the trading that I do, I'll be getting these rewards, and then I'm going to stake them in here, and then they're going to create some more rewards for me. And some of these rewards that it creates will be USDC that I can actually take out and ROI myself on some of this stuff and help create a kind of a second way to earn passively inside this. If you guys don't mind, I will draw your attention quickly here. If you come here on this top part, you can create your own referral code if you'd like to tell people about this and create some opportunities for yourself. But otherwise, if you don't mind using mine, if you decide to come in here and make a trade, what I would ask is that if you'd like to support a really good team and support very honest white hat people in this industry, Flex is one of these guys. So if you want to play around with this and you'd like to follow my journey and have some fun, don't bet more than you can afford to lose, because this, I mean, Wix and all kinds of different stuff can definitely wreck you here. But at the same point, if you decide to give this a try, come on in here. There'll be a spot where you can enter pocket aces, and it gives me some kudos for bringing your attention to this amazing platform. And I think I can earn some small rewards for that. I'm not really too worried about it. It does lower my trading fees, I believe, as I earn up bases. That's something you can get there. And so you'll see these rewards possibly grow if you decide to join using my code. But again, no big deal. So we're going to head over to portfolio. Really easy to use. You'll hit deposit. I'm just going to hit max in this case. This is so these are funds that Flex did give me for full transparency. I lost my account. I kind of asked them. I said, "Hey guys, I've been doing lots of videos for you. Do you mind throwing me a few bucks? I'm going to be putting it right back into the protocol, and I'm going to start trading with it and see what I can do with it." So there you go. That's where that came from. So we're going to approve the max amount, get that whole thing in there, and have some fun with that. Now, they're not just going to give everybody back the money that they lost, and I think it was more than 300 that I actually lost, but anyways, I was very happy and kind that they gave me that to play around with. Some of the benefits of being a YouTuber is you get some little perks here and there, as long as you don't overstay your welcome. But I've done a lot of content for Flex, and I've never been paid a cent for all of it, so I appreciate them throwing me a little bit of something as a favor. So, all right, so then you head over to trade. Box is going to come up. First thing you need to do is set up a pin for yourself. This allows you to enable trading and kind of gets things set up so you don't have to worry about it. So I don't think that'll tell a number. There we go. Sign. So this allows you to kind of run things without having to do a web transaction every time, and it enables the trading. And you can actually even set up gas lists, so it just makes it really easy to see how your funds work and how much money you're making. So we can actually, there we are, fund gas. That's what you like to fund. How much gas would you like to fund? Pre-fund gas for your trading account. Refill and withdraw excess gas at any time from the wallet. So I'm going to do that for a second because I thought you could do gasless. But let's see. Yeah, there we go. So that just sort of keeps it all in your thing, so you're good to go there. Okay, so right now, both of these guys are down quite a bit. I'm going to do a very simple, and I'm going to do BTC right now. No, I'm going to do ETH. I'm going to do ETH. And I'm going to do it. So how I'm going to be running this is very simple. I've got that amount. So how much does that give me for percentage-wise? So 2,000. So let's do 2,000. So very simple. And then you can even do some things here. So you can take profit. Let's see what's going to happen if I do 2,800. So you can kind of see how much you're going to make on that trade if it hits that amount. So that's a lot more than I thought it would if it was going to hit there. But anyways, that's a pretty nice little chunk of change. Now if I do 1,000, you can see that amount drops in half, so we can actually take a little less risk and still get a pretty good payout if it goes up to there. Oh, that's the 4-hour chart. That's why. I'm like, why is this so... So let's take a look at the 1-minute chart and kind of open that up a bit. So yeah, so we have a nice little dip here. Let's see what happens if we hit 24.54, which is a level that we've seen today. 24.54. There we go, 28 bucks. So that's pretty sweet. So we're going to take a trade there. We're going to set our stop loss at it may be re-hitting here. Or our take profit, sorry. What you can also do here is you can scroll down and see your liquidation point. So ETH would have to go to 1,500 for me to lose this trade with a $1,000 deposit and with a potential earning of $28, which $28 on your $300, that's like 10% trade, right? So if that does come to fruition, then I'm making a nice little daily percentage kind of thing on there. You do have to enter in your PIN for the trade to go through. And yeah, that's basically it. So it's super simple. You can see how little you can put in and how much you can kind of earn compared to how much it needs to go down for you to lose. And as it goes down, you could buy in more because you have some funds there. What you want to be careful of is that you don't overeat your percentage, because if you start trading like this, yeah, your rewards can be pretty hefty, pretty crazy if it just retraces back to here, but your loss potential of it just going down to here and stopping you out and liquidating your whole account is huge as well. So you have to be very cautious of this. This is why you want to take very small trades if you can. And if you do this every day and you just do one trade and kind of hope it comes back up to your thing, and then if it does dip quite a bit, I'm going to try and think of some levels that I want to create for myself as I go. Like I said, I'm doing this super, super basic, just to kind of show you an idea of how easy it can be. And if you keep your threshold nice and open and your rewards really low here, it can go down quite a bit here. It would have to go way, way down. But even if it came down, let's say it came down to here, and you were to put another 1,000 in, which still would be very low percentage of your account, your break even becomes in the middle here, for example. So if you take some here, here's going to be your break even, right? So you can keep yourself pretty darn safe and then kind of almost DCA yourself in if there's any massive drops in the market, which we have seen, to take advantage of that. So we're going to see how this trade works out. We'll do a follow-up video as things progress, and hopefully show you the different trades that I take. But for today, we're going to start with this one. So just start trading. You've entered your PIN, enable trading, and let's go. So that doesn't always come up every time afterwards. Once you can create settings where you don't need it every time. And there we go. So as you can see, there's our take profit is $27 in P&L if it hits that, and you can see there. And then our break even, or our liquidation price right now is 15. So let's go over a little larger one here. Liquidation price, there we go. So now we can see our liquidation price. So it's 15.31. So it'll show on the chart for you. As you can see, this price has not been hit. Let's go even days. So you can make your chart come out. What a drop that was, eh? And then weeks. And there we go. So we're talking October 16th was the last time we hit these prices. Not to say this is impossible, right? So you have to keep that in mind. And again, be okay with the fact that you could lose this whole thing if things go the wrong way. But right now, we're giving this a whirl. And right now we're up 40 cents. Woohoo! We're winning. And so you can see there's actually that's the daily candle. So our entrance. I don't know, that's kind of winding up funny, but anyways. So the idea is, yeah, we'd have to hit prices that we hit back in October for us to lose this one, which again is possible, so you need to be cautious of that and be aware of that. But as I said, even if we get a dip that's fairly significant, we can buy back in, and as long as there's a little bit of a retracement, we can sometimes get out with no loss, or very little loss if we get some retracement back. And as you'll see in the market, when you kind of come back a little bit, the market does go in ebbs and flows, and there's ups and downs. As you go even closer, you're going to see more of them, and you can just see how it just sort of volatile. So the whole hope is that sometime today or tomorrow or whatever, we'll retrace that earlier value we had today, that we had at 26, like at 10 o'clock today. And if we retrace that, then boom, we're in the money. We've made a nice little amount. And as long as you can kind of pull 1%, 2%, 3%, or whatever out of the market every little bit, every couple of days kind of thing, just by playing these small ranges, you're doing all right. So now we're up $2. So pretty sweet. So we'll see how that kind of plays out, and look forward to showing you guys how this all works. And again, like I said, make sure you're taking full advantage of this. Unlike a lot of other trading portfolio places, there's lots of little rewards and ways for you to kind of earn and play around with this. So we're going to see how this ends up giving you some money. So even right now, we've gained in no time at all. We've gained 1 penny on our ESFDX kind of thing in rewards. So we're going to keep earning rewards all day long. Just passively, and every week we'll get to claim some of these. So if you head over to portfolio, there should be an amount now. There we go. So with that trade that we took already, there in 6 hours, we might get another $8 worth of ESFDX, and then you can then roll that back in. And every week this pays out. So as the 6 hour time frame will reset, you'll get your payout usually within 24 hours, and then you can claim and stake, claim and it'll automatically stake, and then you'll be earning or growing another earned amount for the week afterwards. So as you trade more, even if you break even, you're still earning money. So even if your trades, if you're cautious with them and you break even, you'll still earn money. The other thing you can do as you go, just to keep in mind as well, if you want to protect your trade, you can then throw a stop loss in right now, right? So if I wanted to, I could technically make this trade break even by putting a stop loss in at a certain amount near there, right? So 23.87. Let's just do 23.90, let's say, right? So that would be 92 cents. So I could put this in right now, and then no matter what happens to this trade, I've made 92 cents kind of thing on it. You want to be careful with that because you got to let a trade breathe. There is a good chance that I'll go into drawdown with this trade, but then hopefully the goal will be that it will come up here in a few days, or day or month or week or whatever. It doesn't matter. So as long as you're kind of sticking around and kind of watching that trade go, you got to kind of sorry, what my point of that was is you got to kind of let it breathe, because like I said, you can see this, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up. But hopefully, what you'll see with a lot of these assets, especially the two evergreen ones being ETH and BTC, is you're going to see them go up more than they go down. The problem is weathering that storm when it does go down, like we've seen, of course, if you go over these larger candles and kind of break it up. Um, you can see things like this that have happened, right? Where it goes crazy down. But as you can see, it retraces really darn quick. So if you can catch some of these, it's quite handy. And you can make some pretty good rewards. The problem is catching those things are near impossible sometimes. Um, but stay in the know, take a look around, see how things go. Please give this a whirl. And as I said, if you don't mind, grab that referral code. It's just Pocket Aces, nice and easy, and key that in there. And then that'll help me see what kind of engagement I'm getting from the videos and how you guys are taking it. And obviously, Flex would love to see that kind of stuff. And then don't forget your earning opportunities. If you really don't want to trade, there's some great earning opportunities with just this LP, which is basically just a FTX and VAM, like, sorry, it's their token mixed with ETH, I believe, and by creating that LP pool, you're good to go. And you can actually do that. If you hit stake, no, that's only does it here. I know there's a way to get to it. I apologize. Oh yeah, there we go. Create LP. There we go. So if you click on this little arrow here, you can go create LP. It will take you to Aerodrome, and then when you connect your wallet, you can head in there. And I think I showed that on one of my other videos actually, and that'll let you create that guy. And then this one you can't get any of these ones. So this is really your passive play right now. And right now 993 a year. So the annual APR is quite good. It has come down, but it's come down quite slowly. So there's still some great opportunities in there for you. So take advantage of that. Sorry, I think I've gone on long enough with this one. Yeah, please have a look at this, guys. I think there's lots of opportunity. This is your keys, your wallet. Like, it's a DEX, right? So the money is staying kind of in your control, which is something we don't see often in this space. And this is where I think most of us should be trying to move our stuff. And I don't want to say it's easy, but as you can see right now, I'm up 1%. So I could close this down right now, and with very little effort, I've made 1% today on my $300. So, or 369. So I guess I'm a tad shy. That's pretty amazing. And like I said, if you do that daily, you're making 1% a day. That's the Ponzi's we had back in the day, right? And you're doing it with, like I said, fairly little risk in a sense, in that you can create by using such little liquidity or of your overall portfolio and using a little bit of leverage, you're able to take advantage of getting these rewards without putting a massive amount of your portfolio on here, right? So as you can see, when I made this trade, it's 2.7% of my overall liquidity because of the leverage that I'm using with it. So I can now double my investment if it does go quite a bit against me, and still have quite a bit of room, as you can see here, to keep putting funds back in if we are to see a really massive drop. What you want to be careful of, and sorry guys, I keep going on things, but I think it's important information to notice. What you want to be careful of is that it goes against you and you're negative, let's say 1%, 2%, even 10%, and you start doing DCAs too early. If the market keeps dumping, you're going to create a bad environment for yourself. So you want to kind of see a little bit of a retracement and see that there's some momentum going your direction before you start DCing too much. So just some little pointers. Again, there's lots of other videos and lots of other great advice of how to trade Bitcoin, how to trade ETH. So research that stuff if you want to get a little bit more in depth, but this is a very simple way to kind of do it. Keep your trades small, use very low margin, and then take profit in these little waves kind of thing that you see, because oftentimes you'll see the stuff get retraced. Like, look at even here, you could have bought here, sold there, bought here, sold there, bought here, sold there, bought here, sold it. Like, you can, this is what you will range more than you trend. This is a trend going down, obviously, and we're kind of catching the bottom of it, which was nice. And so hopefully we'll see the trend go back up and hit one of these levels, which will be nice, and then it can do its little thing and you can keep kind of getting and getting out. One thing I will say, and again, just to carry on some of this little tidbits of information that hopefully will be useful for you, is in the market right now, we are hoping we are on an increasing market. As much as we're getting hit with these really large downsides that we're seeing, there is a point where we should start entering a bull and should start going up. So I would be cautious of using things like shorts, because if it does get away from you and it starts going parabolic, then you're going to be stuck. And so if you are going to use shorts, create possibly some fairly tight stop losses for yourself so you're not blowing your account. But I'd still be cautious with them. It's almost easier to pull yourself out of in a long into profit than it is to do shorts if things go the wrong way. So just keep that in mind. Just a little tiny piece of tidbit that I think can be useful in these situations. And as you can see, it's going to fluctuate, right? So right now we're back to almost break even, which again, that's why you will leave room for it. We don't set our stop loss at break even because we're going to see things like this. But the hope is that we kind of do this and then we kind of make a nice little move towards the upside. I will, if we start breaking out of this range right here, I will probably look at maybe creating a stop loss in profit with maybe a 1% take or a 2% take. But obviously, I'd love to see it hit here and where I'm getting closer to that kind of 10% rewards, which is pretty sweet with such little leverage kind of thing and stuff. Awesome. So anyways, I will close that down there. Sorry for going on and on, but I think hopefully there was some valuable information in there for you to take a peek at. I do hope you give this a little bit of a whirl. And if nothing else, if you are an LP farmer and you want to take advantage of taking advantage of some LP rewards that are pretty juicy right now, this could be a good way to do it. And you don't necessarily have to worry about setting like concentrated liquidity pools. You don't necessarily need to worry about setting like really concentrated kind of areas for you to do it to earn those rewards. And you're basically just helping create liquidity inside this protocol. So it's got 100% utility because it's there to help create the liquidity that's needed for the traders to work with. So so awesome for that. And there we go. So we're in a little bit of drawdown, and that's gonna happen. And we're not scared of those things because it's part of the game. And look at that, we're going on a little bit of a teardown. So, but that's okay. And what I may do, just full transparency on what I'm doing, I may take another trade on Bitcoin just to diversify myself a little bit. It's harder to make as much with as little moves on Bitcoin because the price is so much higher. So you will find my performance on ETH will be better, but then eating a little bit more drawdown that's a little deeper will be as well. But with Bitcoin, for instance, you can do the same kind of thing. You put in 1,000 in here so that you're using a very small portion of your portfolio. And what you'll see is, again, your liquidation price is pretty decent. Because there's talk of us even hitting 60K or whatever with Bitcoin. 65, I think at one point was even rumored. And obviously a lot of people thinking that 80,000 will be that kind of price hold that we'll see. So I'm not going to get into it right away, but if we see another fairly large dip, what I may do instead of DCAing into my ETH one for now, unless the dip's really large, I might take a small position with 1,000 again on Bitcoin and then switch back. And if we keep dipping, kind of grab some on ETH to kind of give myself a better break even. But we'll see. Like I said, this could fail. We could just start dumping like crazy and hit those all-time lows again, or all-time, not all-time lows, but kind of quarter or yearly lows that we haven't seen, because things are all over the board right now. So do be cautious with anything you're doing with this, and make sure you take your time and find some ways to make it work for you. Even paper trading. If you get TradingView, you can go in there and just do paper trading with a non-live account and play kind of like what you think you might do with this, and then adjust it from there. So anyways, thanks so much, very much, guys. Sorry to make that so long-winded, but hopefully you find some value in what we're talking about. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. You can join my Discord. The Telegram for Flex will be here. I keep trying to get some time to help them out with their Discord, and just I keep having distractions because that's what I do. So if you prefer the Discord, we'll hopefully get information flowing in there a little bit more readily. But right now, most of everything they do, the Flex team does, is in the Discord, is in the Telegram. So yeah, thanks so very, very much, guys. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of your day, and happy trading.